You have a magnificent vision for your future, a burning desire to achieve greatness, yet you find yourself stuck in paralysis. The day begins with high hopes and grand plans, but hours slip away like sand through your fingers, leaving only regret. It feels like an invisible force is holding you back, a heavy weight that prevents you from moving toward your dreams. Your goals remain written on paper, gathering dust, while you watch others achieve the success you know you are capable of. You start to believe that you are simply lazy, broken, or perhaps you just do not have what it takes to succeed. But what if I told you that laziness is not a character flaw, but a misunderstood biological mechanism of your brain? We must first understand that you are not a bad person. Your brain is simply trying to survive in a modern world. So your brain is wired to conserve energy and avoid discomfort, a trait that kept our ancestors alive in harsh, dangerous environments. Hard work feels like a threat to your primal brain, so it triggers resistance to keep you safe and comfortable today. Modern technology hacks this system, providing instant dopamine hits without any effort, making real work feel incredibly difficult and unappealing. When you face a difficult task, your brain registers it as pain, urging you to retreat to something easier and familiar. This is why you find yourself opening your phone unconsciously. It is a flight response from the discomfort of actual growth. Understanding this mechanism is the first step to breaking free from the chains that have held you back for so long. Now we enter the second trap, a psychological prison known as the guilt loop, which keeps you trapped in constant negativity. You wake up with good intentions, promising yourself that today will be different. Today you will finally get things done. But as the day progresses, small distractions steal your attention, and slowly your motivation begins to fade into the background. By the time evening arrives, you realize you have accomplished nothing significant, and a heavy blanket of guilt settles in. You lie in bed replaying your failures, promising that tomorrow you will work twice as hard to make up for today. This creates unrealistic pressure for the next day, making the task seem even more daunting and impossible to start. The guilt reinforces the belief that you are not good enough, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy of failure and continuous procrastination. You must break this cycle by forgiving yourself. Guilt is not a fuel for change, it is a heavy anchor. Let go of yesterday, it is gone. Punishing yourself only drains the energy you need to build a better today. This leads us to the third enemy, perfectionism. It is often disguised as high standards, but it is actually fear. You wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect feeling of readiness. But these things never truly exist. Perfectionism is a form of procrastination. It allows you to feel busy and productive without actually producing any real results. You are terrified that your output will not match your taste, so you choose to do nothing rather than fail. Remember that every master was once a disaster. You must be willing to be bad at something to become good. Embrace the messy first draft. Action beats perfection every single time because you can edit a bad page, not a blank one. Success is not a straight line. It is a messy, chaotic journey of trial and error that requires courage to start. So how do we solve this? We must shift our focus from seeking motivation to building a system of discipline. Motivation is an emotion, and like all emotions, it is temporary. You cannot build a future on a fleeting feeling. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't want to. You do not need to feel like doing it, you just need to do it. Feelings follow action, not vice versa. Stop waiting for the lightning bolt of inspiration. Create a schedule and stick to it as if your life depends on it. Consistency is the key. Yet small actions repeated daily compound into massive results over time, far greater than sporadic bursts of energy. Trust in the process of slow growth. You are building a foundation that will support the skyscraper of your future success. When the task feels too big, we use the strategy of micro habits. We must trick the brain into feeling safe. The brain resists big tasks because they look like threats. So, we shrink the task until it is laughably small. Tell yourself you will work for only 15 minutes. Anyone can focus for 15 minutes. It is not a scary commitment. Once you start, the friction disappears. The hardest part is always the first 2 minutes of overcoming static friction. Newton's law applies to productivity, Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. You just need that initial small push. Often, you will find that after 15 minutes, you want to keep going. The momentum has already been built naturally. Next, we must discuss environment design. You cannot rely on willpower if your environment is designed to distract you constantly. Willpower is a limited resource, like a battery. Do not waste it fighting the temptation of your phone every minute. Remove the cue. Put your phone in another room. Make it physically difficult to access your bad habits and distractions. Design your space so that the good habit is the path of least resistance. Make doing the right thing easy. Create a sanctuary for focus. When you enter this space, your brain should know it is time for deep work. Finally, we must address the trap of passive consumption. Watching videos about success is not the same as being successful. This is productivity porn. Yeah, it gives you a false sense of achievement, tricking your brain into thinking you are progressing. You have consumed enough information, you know what to do. The problem is not lack of knowledge, it is lack of execution. Stop preparing. Stop researching. Stop waiting for the perfect map. The only way to find the path is to walk. Real learning happens in the arena, not in the audience. You must be willing to get your hands dirty today. Imagine a version of yourself a year from now. A version that stopped making excuses and started making daily progress. That version of you is waiting, but they only exist if you choose to take that first uncomfortable step right now. The world belongs to those who act. Not the smartest, not the most talented, but those who show up every day. Embrace the sweat. Embrace the struggle. And it is the evidence that you are alive and moving forward in your journey. You can turn the tide. It is never too late to rewrite your story, no matter how much time was lost. So, I challenge you, close this video, put down your phone, pick one small task, and do it for 15 minutes. Do not let this be just another video you watched. Let this be the moment everything changed for you forever. Your potential is limitless, but it remains dormant until you ignite it with the spark of immediate, imperfect action. You are a creator. You were built to solve problems, to build things, and to leave a mark on this world. Start writing your new chapter today. Not tomorrow, not next week. The only time you truly possess is right now. Ignore the noise of the world. Focus on your path. Step by step, brick by brick, you will build your empire. The climb is hard, but the view from the top is worth every drop of sweat and every moment of doubt. Imagine the pride you will feel. Not the cheap dopamine of a like button, but the deep satisfaction of achievement. Become the person you know you can be. It requires no magic, only the consistent application of these simple principles. Build your system. Trust your system. Let the system carry you through the days when your motivation is completely empty. Knowledge is potential power. It only becomes real power when you apply it to your life and create change. Share your journey. Surround yourself with doers, not talkers. Your environment includes the people you choose to spend time with. Find accountability. When you share your goals with supportive people, you create a social cost for not following through. Take care of your body too. Physical energy drives mental energy. You cannot have a sharp mind and a tired body. Simple things like sleep, hydration, and movement are the foundation of your productivity. Do not neglect the biological basics. Pause when you need to. Rest is not laziness. Rest is recovery. But ensure your rest is deliberate, not an escape. Recharge so you can return stronger. But do not let a break turn into a breakdown of your entire routine. Fly above the excuses. See the bigger picture. Your life is too short to be spent fighting with your own potential. The world is waiting for your contribution. Do not deprive us of the gifts and talents you are hiding away. Finish what you start. There is a unique power in completion. It builds a reputation with yourself that you are reliable. Crossing the finish line of a project releases a different kind of dopamine, one that builds confidence rather than addiction. Every day is a new year. You do not need to wait for January 1st to reinvent who you are. The sun rises every day, offering you a fresh chance. Seize it with both hands and do not let go. As you rise, you inspire others to rise with you. Your action becomes a beacon of hope for those around you. Be the lighthouse. Show by example that it is possible to overcome the resistance and build a life of meaning. This is not the end of the video. It is the beginning of your action. The screen will go dark soon. What will you do in the silence that follows? Will you scroll to the next video or will you create? The choice is yours and yours alone. No one can save you but yourself. You hold the power in your hands. Well, look at yourself. You are ready. You are capable. You have everything you need right now to take that first step. Plant the seed of action. Water it with consistency. Protect it from the weeds of distraction and the pests of doubt. Your life can be a garden of achievements or a wasteland of regrets. The difference lies in the actions of today. Forge your character in the fire of discipline. It will be hard, but steel is only hardened through extreme heat. You will emerge sharper, stronger, and more resilient. The difficulties you face today are shaping the warrior you will become. Do not fear the battle. Fear the comfort that dulls your blade. Stay sharp, stay hungry, and stay focused on the path. Let your purpose be your compass. When you are lost in the fog of laziness, let it guide you back home. You are the captain of your soul. Yet do not let the winds of circumstance blow you off course. Steer with intention. Make a wish, but then get to work to make it come true. Wishes without work are merely delusions of grandeur. Celebrate the small wins. They are the fuel that keeps you going when the big goal still seems very far away. Keep learning, but remember that wisdom is applied knowledge. Be a student of life, but also be a master of action. Rome was not built in a day, but they were laying bricks every hour. Lay your brick today with absolute perfection. Do not worry about the wall. Just lay this one brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. That is all. Soon you will have a wall. Soon you will have a legacy. It starts with the humble acceptance of small tasks. Your actions ripple outwards. You inspire people you do not even know. Yet your example speaks louder than any words you say. Think of who is watching you. Be the role model you wish you had. Live in a way that demands respect. Self-respect comes from keeping promises to yourself. When you say you will do it, do it. Build that internal reputation. Sign a contract with yourself today. No more excuses, no more delays. Only execution, learning, and relentless forward momentum. Wear out your shoes, not your soul. Better to be tired from effort than to be tired from doing absolutely nothing. The sleep of a laboring man is sweet. Earn your rest. Go to bed knowing you gave everything you had today. Tomorrow brings new challenges, but now you are armed. You have the tools. You understand the enemy within your own mind. You have hacked the code. You know that discomfort is growth. Yet you know that fear is just a signal to proceed. Keep your eyes on the prize. Do not look down at the fear. Look forward at the person you are becoming. The doors of opportunity do not open for those who knock once. They open for those who keep knocking until they break. Be persistent. Be stubborn about your goals, but flexible about your methods. If one way fails, try another immediately. Water cuts through rock, not because of its strength, but because of its persistence. Be like water, keep flowing forward. Endurance is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Your capacity is expanding with every challenge you choose to face voluntarily. Bloom where you are planted. Do not wait for better conditions. Start with what you have, where you are, right now. You do not need better gear, you need better focus. Do not let the lack of resources be your excuse. Do it for the love of the process. Fall in love with the boredom of consistency. That is where magic happens. When you lose yourself in the work, time vanishes. That flow state is the reward for pushing past the initial resistance. We are reaching the end of our time together today, but your time is just beginning. Do not waste it. Take a deep breath. Feel the life in your lungs. You are here, you are ready. The world is yours. Disconnect to reconnect with your purpose. Silence the noise so you can finally hear the voice of your own ambition. Your heart beats for a reason. Do not let it beat in vain. Make every beat count towards something that matters. The road is open. The barriers are down. The only thing standing in your way now is the person in the mirror. Move out of your own way. Step aside and let your potential take the lead. It knows the way to go. There are no limits except the ones you place on yourself. Break them. Shatter them. Be free to achieve your dreams. Join the ranks of those who do. There is plenty of room at the top for you. We are waiting. Start now. Not in 5 minutes. Not after a snack. Right now. Do the thing you have been putting off. Thank you for spending this time with us. Now, go and make it count. This has been Infinite Book Journeys. If this video helped you, please subscribe and share it with someone who needs it.